Howdy, I'm Michael, and I'll be going over causal chain indicators. So the causal chain essentially allows us to identify cause and effect patterns within a given system. It creates a big picture viewpoint, so we're looking at the um, entirety of the system instead of just individual pieces. Drivers are the influence on the issues. They can be direct or indirect, and then there are the indicators. Indicators can be drivers, which are leading to the problem, or impact, which is the outcome of the problem, or a response to the outcome. So for the eutrophication problem in and of itself, there is a direct driver, which would be agricultural practices, which the increased demand for certain crops has led to increased use of fertilizers, and these fertilizers are nitrate and phosphate dense. These end up in the Mississippi Basin through runoff and cause algal blooms. Then there's the indirect driver, which would be like landscape alteration, um, the draining of the wetlands and the riparian barrier, which would have combat some of the um, nitrogen and phosphate going into the basin, are now gone, so they're not able to do their job and slow the process down. A driver indicator would be like the fertilizer consumption rates. So as we've had certain demands for certain crops, we've had to increase our fertilizer use to make sure these crops are available year round. Um, then there is a impact indicator, which would be our annual commercial landings, which is essentially there's less fish available within the Gulf Coast. And then there's the response indicator of recreational hunting and fishing licenses, which are decreasing as less fish become available.